Hey guys, it's time for arithmetic. I hope you were able to go on Go Noodle and warm up with the video skip count to 100 because that's really what's going to help you with today's lesson. Now today's lesson is something new we haven't done before. It can be kind of scary, kind of exciting, kind of tricky, so pay close attention. Today we are going to talk about dividing by 10. So we already talked about multiplying by 10, so we're going to start to do divide by 10 now. Now dividing is the opposite of multiplication, so we're still going to talk in numbers similar to multiplication, but it's the opposite. Just like addition and subtraction are opposites, multiplication and division are opposites. So multiplication, we have two smaller numbers and we're making a bigger number. Division, we start with a big number and divide by another number to then get a smaller number. Just the backwards version of multiplication. So we're going to start out with these dots. I drew 20 dots here, and before when we did multiplication, we didn't know how many dots were there. We just knew how many groups and how many were in each group. This time, we're going to start with knowing the total number, which is 20, and dividing by 10. So we're going to divide this group of dots up into groups of 10 to see how many groups we can make. That's all that dividing is just seeing how many groups you can make of that number. So we're going to divide by 10. So let's count this and we'll circle each group of 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here. So I'm going to circle with this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this set is 10. I don't have any left over, so all I need to know is how many groups did I make? I had 20 dots total. I wanted groups of 10 specifically. And so I have one circle here and one circle here. That is 2 groups. So my answer to 20 divided by 10 equals 2. Now, if you use my trick from before with multiplication, when any number times 10, you take that other number and you add a 0 to the end. So now that we're starting with the bigger numbers, we're starting with 20, and if you divide by 10, you can take this number, take the 0 off, and that's your answer. So that's the little trick to help you just see it number-wise, but this is to help you see a picture as well. Now, multiplication and division facts, you still need to memorize them. You need to either memorize the tricks or how to do them and really get to know them. We will be practicing a few more multiplication and division facts throughout the year, but we're starting with tens. We're starting with the easier ones to just get us started. So let's practice the rest of our 10 division facts. We'll start with 0 divided by 10. Now this one's easy because the answer is 0. Because if we took a 0 off of 0, it would still be 0. That doesn't change the answer. Okay, so our next one that we would actually jump to would be 10 divided by 10. 10 divided by 10. If we take the 0 off, we just have a 1 left over. So our answer is 1. Now, after these two, your number on the front of your divided by 10 has to be bigger than 10. So our next one we're going to jump to would be 20. 20, we did that one for our example, divided by 10 equals 2. Next we have 30 divided by 10 equals 3. If I just take the 0 off, I just have 3 left over. Let's keep moving. We have 40 divided by 10 equals, if we take the 0 off, we have a 4 left over. And 50 divided by 10 equals, take the 0 off, we have a 5. And let's do 60. If you notice a pattern here, 60 divided by 10, we take the 0 off, we have a 6 left over. If you can already see the pattern I'm using here, I'm only using tens, which is why your skip counting song in Go Noodle is really going to help you with multiplication and division, because we are skipping by tens right now. When we do multiplication or division by tens, we are skip counting by tens. Let's go over here and do 70 divided by 10 equals, take the 0 off, and we have 7. And 80 divided by 10 equals, take the 0 off, and we have an 8 left over. And 90 divided by 10 equals, take the 0 off, we have a 9. Our next after 90 would be 100 divided by 10 equals, if we take one of the zeros off, we have 10 left over. And our next group of 10 would be 110 divided by 10 equals, take the 0 off, we have 11 left over. And our last one for today, 120 divided by 10 equals, take the 0 off, we have 12 left over. So again, dividing by 10, you are taking the total number of items and finding out how many groups of 10 you can make within that large group. When we talk about division, there are numbers are called different things. Just like in addition and subtraction, each part is called a different thing. In multiplication, the two numbers that are multiplied are called factors, and the answer is called a product. Now with division, it's a little bit different. The first one is always the biggest, or sometimes the same. 0 doesn't really count because it's just its own category, but usually the numbers are bigger than the number you're dividing by, and that number is called the dividend. It's the dividend, so it's on the end. Then this number is the number we divide by, and it's called the divisor. It's the number we always divide by. And then the answer is kind of a tricky word. It's called the quotient. Now, if your tests or your papers say write the quotient, you're going to be doing division problems. Coming up soon, I'm going to show you another way to write a division problem, but for now, you only need to know this way. So, have fun practicing multiplication and division on your arithmetic sheet today, and I'll see you later. Bye.